Chapter 1, Lesson 1-1, Variables and Expression. Write each of these verbal expression into algebraic expression. The sum, which means plus the sum of a number and 14, let's say a number represented by n. The sum which means plus 14. Number 2, 6 less than a number. 6 less than a number. Let's say a number is n, less than b minus 6. 7 more than 11 times a number. 11 times the number more than, which is plus 7. 1 minus the quotient, okay, 1 minus the quotient of r over 7. Number 8, 2/5 of the square of the number, okay, 2/5, 2 over 5 of the square of a number, 2/5 of n square. N cubed increased by 5, okay, n to the third, or n cubed. Increase, which means plus 5. X more than 7, so x more than, which means plus 7. A number less 35, a number, let's say n, less minus 35. 5 times a number, so you have 5, a number which is n, so 5 times n, or just 5n like this. 1/3 of a number, 1/3 of a number. F divided by 10, so f over 10. The quotient of 45 and r, quotient, which is this, so divide, quotient, or we call fraction. 3 times a number minus 16, so 3 times a number, or 3n, minus, plus 3 times a number plus 16. 18 decreased by 3 times d, so you have 18 decrease by 3 times d, 3d, like this. Then number 15, you have k square minus 11. For number 20, sorry, number 16, you have 20 divided by t to the 5th power. So 20 divided by t to the 5th power. Let's move on. 17. You have the volume of cylinder is 3 times the radius r square multiplied by the height. Right expression for the volume, okay. Write this expression. Then you have pi times the radius square multiplied by the height. Then Mr. Bailey purchased some grocery at the cost of grocery that cost $D. He paid with a $50 bill by expression for the amount of change he will receive. So he has $50. That's what he has. And then he paid $D. That's what he pays. So yep, so you have 50 minus D. That's what he have. He paid for $D. That's this is the expression to represent the amount of change that we have, that he will receive after paying $D. Number 19, Katie bakes 40 pastries and make coffee for 200 people. Write an expression, write an algebraic expression to represent the cost of this situation. Now let's say P. Let's say P is for the price per pastry. So one pastry costs $P, and let's say C represent the cost that's spent on coffee per person. So she bakes 40 pastries, so 40 times the price of one pastry, so you have 40 times P. And then for 200 people, so C represent the price per people, so you have 200, so multiplied by 200. Now to represent the total cost of this, you just plus this together. Let's move on. Let's say now for number 20, a local gymnastic membership cost $25 per month plus additional activity charge if X is the number of exercise class taken above the planned amount. Alright, so the planned amount only $25 per month, and X is the number above that one, is the number of exercises above this $25. So which means that X is represent the number of class that that a local gym member will spend for an extra class. So $20 or 20x, which means represent the cost of extra classes. So let's say X is a number of class, so you have 20 times X, so X could be 1 class, 2 class, 3 class, 4 class, we do not know how many classes, that's why it represents X. 20 times X, which means 20 represent the cost per extra class. If the class is 1 class, so 20, we pay $20 above more, add to $20 more to the $25. If she take 2 more extra classes, she will pay more $40 above this $25. So which means that 20x represent the cost of extra. Let's say the cost of extra classes what class you take of extra exercise classes, exercise classes that she will take. Wrong spelling, so let me change it. Exercise classes at $20 per class. $50Y, so Y is the amount, is the number of massages taken above. Okay, so Y the same like X in extra class, but this is the extra class in extra class of number of massage. So the cost of extra massage of cost of extra massage at $50 per class. So this one, so this is the extra class payment for the exercise class, extra class payment for the extra massages, and then this 20, this one plus this, and plus the membership fee. So this one will represent the total monthly cost. Okay. This one membership. This is for exercise class, extra exercise class. This is for extra massage. Altogether for 1 month, total monthly cost. Lesson 1-2, orders of operation. Evaluate each expression. Order of operation, if you have plus, minus, multiply, divide within one problem, all you need to do, you have to do the divide or multiply first, and then you do the plus and minus later. But if you have parentheses, work within parentheses first. What if you have a divide, multiply, plus, and you have the power? You work on the power first. How about you have power and parentheses like this? You work within this parentheses first, and then within this parentheses you raise the power first. Same way with this, you work inside this parentheses first, and then within that parentheses you work with the power first. After that, you can work from inside out. Let's begin. Okay, for this number 35 minus 3 times 8. So all you need to do, you have to work on 3 times 8 first. What is 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is 24, and then you have 35 minus 24. Will give you your answer as 35 minus 24. This one right here, you do the division, and then you do the multiply. When you have the division and the multiply, this value plus together. Let's say 8 divided by 9 is 2, and then this is you have 2 plus in the middle, and then you have 2 times 6, you have 12, so it will give you 14, this part, 14. For this number, before you do the division, you have to work with the power first. 8 to the power of 3 will give you the 8 times 8 will give you 512. 512, and then you divide by 16. That's all you need to do, like this. So you have 512 divided by 16. So once you have like this, you divide first. So 512 divide 16, that will give you 32. 32 plus 10, you have 42 as your answer. Number 4, you work on to the third first. 2 to the third, you have this as 8. So after you have 8 times 4, and then this is 24 divided by 6, you have 4. So 4 plus 8 plus, and then after that you multiply this together first. So 8 times 4, and then plus 4. You work this one by yourself. I'll give you the way of doing it. So 8 times 4 first, you multiply first, and then you plus later. This number, you work within parentheses first. You have this 11 times 7 will give you this as a 77. You minus, and then 9 times 8, that will give you this is as 72. So you do the minus, you do the minus, and you will get your answer by yourself. And then this, you work within parentheses first. 9 minus, let's say 29 first, and minus 9 minus 4, you have 5. 5 times 3, which is 15. Minus, you have your answer. This number, you work within this one, and then you work within this and multiply together. 12 minus 16, you have 4. 12 minus 6, you have 4. Sorry, 12 minus you have 6. My mistake, I'm sorry for that. And then multiply by this 25. Multiply together, you find your answer. This is 3 to the fifth. 3 to the fifth will give you 243. 243 minus, and you work inside here. 10 square. 10 times 10 is 100. And then 100 plus 1, you have 101. And you do the minus, you get your answer. This one, you have 18 divides, work with inside this first. In parentheses, work on 3 square. 3 square is 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 18. 18 times 3. 18 times 3, you have 54. So 18 divided by 54, you get your answer. The simplest one, make sure. And then this number, work with parentheses first. You have 6 to the third. We'll give you this as 216, and you do the minus. Of course, it's parentheses. You do the minus 9, and you divide by 23. We will for later on. So you have 116 minus 9. When you minus 9, you have your answer, and then you divide by 23. You divide 23. Once you divide 23, when you divide this together in this part alone, will give you a 9. So 9 multiplied by 4, you times by 4, that will give you 36. For this section, you work on 20, you work numerator and work on the denominator. For numerator, 3 times 3 times 3, 27. 8 plus 27, that will give you 35. This is 35 for this section, and then 15, 12 minus 7, 12 minus 7, that gives you 5. So 35 divided by 5, you find it by yourself. Let's work on this one. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 times 9. 7 times 9 is 63 over 25. 25 minus 4. 5 times 5, 25 minus 5, you have 19. So you simplify that into mixed number, or you can leave it like that, but make sure it's all in simplest form. And then this part, 12, you work with parentheses first. So 4 square is 16. So you have 3 minus 16, that will give you a negative 13. Negative 4 times 4 is 16. Yeah, 3 minus 16, negative 13. Negative 13 raised to square, that will give you 169. This is 169 for this part. Then you plus by 8. You plus 8, and you have your answer right here. And then there's work within side parentheses first. So you have this. Let me work on this part alone. 3 times 3 times 3, you have 3 times 3, 9, 9 times 3, 27, 27 plus 7 is 27 plus 17 give you 44. 44, this is 44. So 44, you times 2 times 44, and then 23 minus this. So you make 2 times 24 first, and then you times by 2 give you 88. So you have 23 minus 88. Put your answer right here. This is you work on for this section, the numerator first. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 square. 12 square will give you 144. 144 over, this is 9 plus 3, 12. And then you simplify to get to the final answer. For number 16. Number 16, for this part, you work within the bracket, and within the bracket, you're working within parentheses first. Now, this is, you have 4 square 16, times with 2 plus 5 is 7. And then you have 4 minus 8 plus this number. So all you need to do, you need 16 times with 7 first. So 16 times 7, that gives you 112. So you have 4 minus 8 plus 112, and you have your final answer. Let me repeat. 4 minus 8 plus 12. 112, sorry. For this part. All you need to do, so let me work section by section. Let me do this one first. 2 times 8 is 16. And for up here, well, actually you can do the simplify first, but you can simplify 8 and simplify 2, but I will not bother to do that. I just want to show you how to multiply and simplify in this part. And then now you have 8 times 8 is 64. 8 square 64. And then 64 multiplied by 2, that will give you 128. 128. And minus in the middle is 4. So 2 square is 4. 4 you times by 8, that will give you is 32. You do the minus, you have up here, and you simplify with 16, you have your final answer. Okay. Now for this part, you're working with the, let me try to do this. So I work with this section first. And I work this section. Let's begin with this section first anyway. So you have a 16, multiply first, 15. So you have 16 minus 15, that will give you 1. plus, let's work on this. Now 12 plus 3, you have 15. So you have 15 divided by 3, divided by 5, give you 3. So you have 25 multiplied by 4. That will give you your final answer. 25 multiplied by 4. So this number 19. For number 19, 7, I will work with inferences first. So you can begin this one if you want to. Let's start with 7 to the third. 7 to the third is equal to 343 minus. Now let's work on this. 13 times 6, 13 times 6, and then you plus 13 times 6, you plus 9. After you plus 9, you multiply by 4, you multiply by 10. So when you plus 9, you will have 38. In this parenthesis, 87. In this parenthesis, give you a 37 within this parenthesis. 87. Now 87 you times by 4, and then you times by 2. That will give you a 696. So all you need to do is 343 minus 696. That will give you to the final answer. Now move on further to number 20 to 26. This is 25. I'm sorry. This is the substitution. Let me work on A is 8, B 4, C 16. So by put one number first. Number 20. A square, we have 8 square. This is all multiply by B, which is 4, and then multiplies again by C, which is 16, and then you do the minus by B square, which is 4 square. All you need to do, you have to work on this, then you work on this. After that, you do the minus. I hope you can catch up. 21. For number 21, C square, you have 16 square over B square, which is 14 square. Okay. Then you plus with B square, which is 4 square, over A square, which is 8 square. Now there are two ways to do this. Let me show you one of the way. Since it's square, you can write into this form. You can write this into 16 over 4 square plus 4 over 8 square. And you can work inside here. 16 divided by 4 give you 4 plus this is 1 over 2 square. So from that, I'm going to go further. You can get from let me give you another step. 16 plus 1 4. Get to the final answer by yourself in this part. I hope you follow. Number 22. For number 22, you have, let's say, put 22 first. 2 times B, you have 2 times 4 plus 3 times 16 square C. And then you have 4 times A, which is 8 square, A square, minus 2 times B, which is 4. You work on numerator. Let me work on this. Second step, 2 times 4, you have 8 plus. Now 16 square, when you 256, and then you times by 3, you use 768. And then for the one down here, 8 square is 64. 64 you multiply by 4, that will give you 256. 256, and then you do the minus by 8. So you plus this one together, give you certain answer. You minus this one together, give you a certain answer. You simplify it, you get to the final answer. Number 23. A. 3 times A times 8 times B, which is 4, minus plus C, which is 3 square, which is 16 square, over A, which is 4. So all you need to do, you have to work. Let me stay 8 down here. 3 times, you have 3 times 8 times 4, you have 96. Then you plus with 16 square, that gives you this one as 256. 256. So once you got 256, or 250, 286, 256, sorry. You plus this number together. So 96 plus 256. When you have your answer, you divide by 8, you have your final answer. 24. For you, we come to the last number on this. Number 24. You have A, which is 8, divided by B, which is 4 square, minus C, which is 16, over A, which is 8, minus 4. Work on this section first. Simplify first. You have 8 divided by 4, you got 2, 2 raised to square, you got 2. This part you have got 2, 2 square, you have 4, minus. Now 16. 8 minus 4, you have got 4. So in other words, you will have 4 minus 16 divided 4, you got 4. 4 minus 4, that will give you 0 in this, 0 in this case. 0. Last number, for number 25. Number 25, 2A. 2 times A, let's say A is 4, A is 8, 2 times 8, you have 16, minus B. B is 4. 4 square, 4 times 4 is 16, over A times B. I will not put the value because the one up here is already 0, you know. Let me repeat. 2 times A is 8, 2 times 8, 16, minus B square, B, which is 4 square, 16. So 16 minus 16, 0. 0 divided by a number, 0. So in this one equal to 0. B, 0. So all you need to do is just work on this part. So this is no more. C, which is 16, minus A, which is 8, over B square, which is 4 square, 16. Let me repeat. B minus A, B 16 minus A, which is 8. So after that, you divide by B square, B 4 square. 4 square, 4 times 4 is 16. So when you have like this, to get to the final answer, I'm sure you can do it. So you work on this and find your final answer by yourself.